So now it's just you guys, and Samael is on the floor, unconscious. He's repaired.
Yeah.
And Klagan is also repaired enough, but they're both unconscious still.
Alright, so the Silent Hand is swiftly disassembled right now. What do we do? Like, we can't get Donnie out of the chair, and the main objective is to get rid of the Emperor.
The main also objective is to stop Klagan from being evil and using Donnie against his will. Like, now that we know that's his real motive, like, I know he's a leader of the Silent Hand, but we gotta tie that bitch up and not let him use Donnie against his will. I'm on Donnie's side. We've known him the longest.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's really a side thing right now. I think we've all agreed on which side we're on. But Klagan's unconscious.
That's what I mean. He's gonna, any chance he gets, he could. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. So yeah, you easily are able to tie him up. Do you tie him to a chair, or tie him just into hog tie him, or what do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna do to a chair. Like, kind of where I found him. Like, how the rope should be there.
All right. So, yeah, you totally tie him back to the chair. He's very well secured again, back where he originally was.
The irony.
And Samael is still unconscious on the ground as well.
Can I do... When would it be medicine? I'm trying to figure out if, Samael's, unconscious, he's just out of it, or if he's, unconscious because he's hurt, and if we heal him, he'll wake up?
Yeah, he's just severely damaged.
Okay, can I pour another cure light wounds potion into his mouth? Light wounds?
Yeah, you can do that.
Alright, I got one left. After using this, I have one left. It does 1d8. So if that brings him back to consciousness.
Let's see. He is still not conscious.
Oh, God damn it.
Slap his face.
Could I do a healing check to see if another one would work? I don't want to waste it. It's the last one. So I want to make sure he'll,
It's hard to tell. I mean, you could do a perception check to get an accurate idea of how much health he needs to come back to life, but...
Alright, I'll do that. 28.
Okay. You do get the idea that he is definitely looking better. You examine his body. He seems like he could be brought to possibly with another one of those, but it probably isn't likely.
God damn it. Alright, well, at least I won't waste it on him now. Oh, what do we do? Oh, you know what? I go up to the gates and I open the big gate.
Alright. You walk up there, and the guards that are there kind of walk to the side, but they're kind of looking around like, is this okay? They don't know what the fuck's going on. But you go ahead and start opening the gate. And the gate slowly opens up. And the townspeople, or all of the resistance, all the folks, are kind of peeking out and looking around. And they're kind of like, is this for real? It's just pretty much, what you guys saw when you were out there. It's just, there's just tons of carnage and no enemies worth speaking of. The only people that are left at all are basically so wounded they can't move.
Yeah. I kind of just hold my hands up like a grand gesture. See? Look, they're all taken care of. At least this army is. So we can at least get out of here, stretch our legs, ease some tension, break this cabin fever.
So somebody yells, "The army's dead! They're gone! We've won!" And then a cheer goes up the entire room. Everybody's just yeah! They're just really loud cheering. The entire place is just going crazy. And some of the more bold people start walking outside. They're looking around and checking things out. And some of the army folks are kind of marking things off with ropes and stuff to kind of designate, don't go near this shit, for the common people.
Yeah, all the fucking mushed bodies.
Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff that's dangerous. Some of the machinery, that's left out there and stuff that's partially destroyed. You know, like maybe they want to grab it and repurpose it. And so there's a bunch of people out there kind of marking areas and stuff like that. Like, you know, the people are kind of holding their kids back. They're not letting them go run around out there yet. But there's a bunch of people outside the gate and looking around at all the stuff that's going on. And people are kind of like really freaked out at that castle that's there now. Like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Everybody's just kind of like completely blown away by that.
Yeah, that's a weird one, alright. There's a lot of stuff in there, but it's not like real. It's weird. I don't know. Feel free to explore though. It's safe.
Brank walks back out and he's like, "You!" And
What up?
To Aniston.
Oh.
Yeah, what?
"How dare you? How dare you in my father's, grandfather's, great-grandfather's tombs that you embarrassed me in front of these lives that I've saved? And why is the gate open?"
I get in between them. I'm like,
Calm down, Break. You're the one who spit at his feet. I think you owe him an apology. He doesn't necessarily owe you one because he's invincible. And we need to just calm down.
You keep saying invincible. Does invincible mean he can stop this? And Brank holds up some sort of really weird-looking grenade type thing.
Oh, shit. No. Okay.
Wait.
That's
Wait.
the thing.
Hold on. Is that the grenade I saw him use where he just like disappeared into a black hole?
It's
Yeah, wait.
kind of similar to it, but it looks a little different.
Okay.
It's a bulky kind of thing. Like, it's as big as a pineapple, like an actual pineapple, and it has gears like clockwork and stuff on it, but it's definitely magical, and there's something real funky and weird about it that it does not look familiar to anybody there.
Oh. Weird. Okay.
Well, I don't think we should try. I think you should save that for an actual bad person. This guy's on our side. He's gonna help us.
So, Brank is basically like, "You apologize to me right now."
I mean,
So he didn't walk away from the situation. He walked away to go get a better weapon.
Yep.
Yeah, to get a bigger
That's
gun.
exactly
What
what
a-
he did.
I like-
Yep.
Brank, you fucking moron.
I've been telling you this.
He kinda
Like,
got a
Donnie's
bit
like getting
fucked up
angry
in
now.
those.
He's like, you goddamn idiot.
Brank
Like,
got
come
pretty
on.
Fucked up. Brank is a little different now.
How far away am I from Brank?
You're
Changed
about 25 feet away from Brank right now.
I approach him to apologize.
Brank is not trusting you right now.
I mean, it's a smart
He's
move.
kind of holding the thing and he's like, "Apologize." He doesn't want you to get close.
I walk forward with my arm extended in a handshake.
Where's your sword?
Slung on my back.
Mike asking the right questions.
Brank is still not trusting you. "You kneel at my feet and apologize."
Let me approach your feet.
"You kneel there."
Take out another vial of my sweet water. I'm just like, neat. And start sipping on it very smugly. Let's see how this plays out.
This has gone in a little bit of a different direction than I thought it was going to go, guys.
That's what happens with
I
Aniston.
want these characters to like each other, but it's too bad.
I pull my throwing dagger from its hiding place and
What?
throw it at his face.
What hiding place?
Oh, shit.
AJ, you know exactly what
Do you have one in your
hiding place
butthole?
It's gotta be.
Okay, well, hold on. Both of you got to roll for initiative first, because he sees you do that. He sees
What a
you
showdown.
make a shady move. So, let's roll for initiative.
Yes!
Oh, he got it.
Nat
Oh,
20!
Nat 20. Brank, you
Yes.
stupid son of a...
You
All
know what?
right. Now you're doing a targeted attack with a throwing
Precision.
dagger.
From your anus.
Yup.
You flip around and just like throw your ass in the air and shoot a dagger out of it.
It's like a weird naked scorpion, man.
A targeted hit, I believe, is a -4.
Oh,
No.
Lord.
and your dagger goes flying right past Brank's head and clatters against the wall and drops.
I don't.
Brank activates the grenade and throws it right at you, and it lands tink, tink, tink right at your feet. It wasn't a hard throw for Brank, especially after that situation.
Laryn sees this. Can I face step to grab Aniston, and then, if I have time, face step again away, because I don't want us to get caught up in the bomb.
He's
together.
immortal.
I will tell you this.
Uh-oh.
You
If I attempt it, I will
know how much of a fuse there is on the grenade. As it is right now, you have a choice of basically phase stepping to get away or phase stepping towards Aniston. You are kind of close to the grenade for your taste. It seems like it could damage you.
So you basically got one action one at a time. You can't do like multiple actions in a row. So.
Okay, well, instead of face stepping anywhere, I want to oh god, I'm not sure if this is smart. I want to throw the trident like a spear to like hit the grenade and get it further away from both of them.
God.
But
Donnie, how you doing?
I'm far away. Like I'm a decent
I'm glad
ways away.
he wasted that. Thank you, God damn it, Mark. Thank you, God.
He took a bullet for you.
Yeah, really. I thought that was you rolling for a second there.
No.
Thank God, Mark fucking
Is
rolled.
trolling
Holy
in our
shit!
Slack channel
Hey,
for
that
our
doesn't mean
listener.
there's less crit fails in there.
No, it's still random, but
Yeah.
Jesus, it feels better.
Yeah,
Knowing
I like
one's out of the chamber. We just got one of those dirty bullets out of the chamber.
Oh, I literally am like, I feel relieved.
So, with the fuse on this thing, like I said, you don't know how long of a fuse there is. Where you are standing right now, you are in between Brank and Aniston. So if you're throwing your trident, you're actually kind of throwing it at. It would like there's no way to make the grenade go away from Aniston.
Shit. So I couldn't, and I'm not close enough to like kind of use the trident as like a hockey stick to just like flick
Slap
it away.
The only way you could do that would be with kind of an acrobatic move that would be really difficult to pull off.
And my acrobatics is only a +5. I think
So
it's
I'll
my
tell
only
you what you
chance.
could do that this is the only thing that you could possibly do, is you would grab your trident with both hands and you would leap towards Aniston and the grenade while you swept your trident with two hands to kind of hockey hit that grenade away from Aniston. However, the grenade would then go towards a lot of innocent people, and you're not sure how far it would go.
Yeah, we're kind of surrounded by people right now.
I rolled a 15, and I'm going to try to do it.
So, hold on. So there's a few different rolls that you're going to have to make here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we start the rolls, let me lay them out for you, and you see if you want to do this, okay?
Okay, oh shit.
So,
Which basically means don't do it.
This is DM speak for don't fucking do this.
Yeah.
Please don't.
you can do that. You can totally do this.
I'm
sorry, Mike.
conflicted.
I'm sorry we're putting you through this.
No, this is fun. So basically, you need first the acrobatic move. Second, you need a 2-hit with a -4. And then third, we're going to do a random strength thing to figure out how far you hit this grenade and if it goes into the crowd or not. So the acrobatic thing, I'll just tell you right out of the gate that it is not easy at all. You are going to have to get at least a 17 with that. And then to hit this thing with the -4, that's going to be at least a 15 to hit it. And then the strength thing, what we're going to do is just roll, and you're going to add your strength modifier to it to figure out how far it goes in feet.
That's the problem. I think I really want to do that, but I don't think the dice are kind to me tonight. And I should probably.
Tonight.
I don't want to jump. Well, true. I don't want to jump towards the grenade if it's just gonna either do what it did to Brank and send us to another dimension, or just hurt me a lot. I don't want to lose.
It's not the same kind of grenade.
But yeah, it sure seems different.
Be.
So we're not sure what's gonna happen. But instead of doing this action, I yell to Brank and Aniston simultaneously. I'm like,
Get out of the way!
I want to just jump in real quick. Where is Donnie relative to the grenade? Is he in danger of it?
No, Donnie, you're totally safe where you're at.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
'cause
still
he can't
chained to
move.
a fucking chair at the back towards the
That's correct.
table.
Exactly.
Is Claygan awake yet?
he's tied up.
Claygan is still out.
God damn! I'm like,
So
Claygan, wake the
Sam
fuck up!
Your only hope is Claygan. Yeah, I'm hanging back at that door, and I'm just like, neat, and just sipping. I'm letting them go at it. I've tried my best to prevent this, and I'm just gonna let it go.
Okay, so are we all ready for the outcome?
Oh God!
Yeah, I think.
Yep.
Does Aniston want to do anything?
Oh yeah,
No.
it's Aniston.
So there's
He's
not
immortal.
really time for Aniston to do anything. I mean, except for maybe try to jump out of the way. But I mean, it's you don't know how this fuse is or if it's even worth it or not. So
Everyone just starts fucking disco dancing when it goes off.
all right,
Yes.
so this
It's a
thing, Brank, he swears as he fucking throws this thing underhanded, and it just goes bink, 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 and lands right in front of Aniston. Aniston, you look down and see this little clockwork thing, and there is a blinding flash that shoots out of this thing in blue, and it blinds almost everybody around. You are all kind of very disoriented and blinded. And as the light kind of fades back to normal, you cannot hear anything. Your vision is returning very slowly, and you are seeing a kind of weird dome of what looks like blue electricity, and the electricity, it terminates in these black balls that kind of are growing and shrinking. So it's like this electricity is kind of being pulled out of things, and it looks like it's touching certain things like Aniston's sword and Aniston's ring. And before you know it, Brank walks right up to Aniston and pulls the ring off of his hand.
Look, shit's going down.
What the fuck?
Didn't we say his aging might catch up to him if the ring is ever taken off?
Well, and I think that grenade was an anti-magic grenade.
Yeah, and that's theory, but oh god, no, yeah, apparently because of what it's touching, the sword, the ring, that makes sense. But how the fuck did he take it off of him?
And Brank
we turn off
picks
the
up
magic.
Aniston's sword, and he spits on Aniston, and he walks away like a boss.
God.
And are we all rendered useless? We're still
You're kind
disoriented?
of just getting back to normal. You finally are back to normal enough just as Brank is disappearing into another room.
So he just took his birthright from him.
Yep.
Yeah, did Brank keep the ring, or did he just take it off and drop it?
No, he kept it with him. He walked away with Aniston's sword and ring.
Is Aniston turning into dust and bones as time catches up with him?
Aniston is weirdly not. He looks okay. Aniston, you are kind of standing back up on your feet, and you don't feel any different except you know that your ring is gone.
Huh.
I mean, it probably just means he can get hurt and he's going to age normally now.
Oh,
Exactly, that's how I'm thinking. Oh, God, though.
Now I wish Donnie was in range of that.
I look around for armor.
Yeah, if he would have fucking used that on me, it would have shut the goddamn device off.
Yeah,
Yep.
I go sprinting after Brank. I'm gonna ask him for another one of those if he has it.
So you go into that room where Brank just went?
Yeah.
You get up to the door and it is locked and closed.
I knock, but like very sheepishly, like, Brank, buddy. Yeah.
While you're doing that, Aniston, did you say you were looking for armor?
Looking for armor.
All right, so you're looking around for armor. You're not finding anything that's just loosely sitting around, but outside of the gate, you may have some luck because there's plenty of dead bodies out there.
I also pull Laryn towards me.
He's crippled, remember?
And I tell him, I don't have any protection now. I'm going to be watching this from afar. When you need me, I'll be there.
I'm gonna get your ring back.
And I push Laryn back towards the group, and I leave to go find my armor. My goal is to be like super stealth ninja, kind of watching them as they progress, and then I'll sneak back in to get my ring at some point in the future.
Nice.
Okay, well, here's what happens. As soon as you step outside of the gate, you immediately step on something sharp and it punctures your foot, and your foot is bleeding.
Oh,
You can't walk for a little while until you fix your foot.
Everyone's crippled now.
if he's not far, I run up to him and see that all transpire, and I hand him my crutches, and I said,
I'll just face step for a little till I get some more crutches.
All right.
Let's do this.
I did roll for that, by the way, Aniston. It was a really bad roll that you had there that made you do that. So, but I took into account the fact that you had not really walked around like a normal person for a really long time to pay attention to any of those types of things. So, you got into trouble right away.
God, I hope I don't walk into a coffee table store.
Slamming her kneecaps. Yeah, so I'm knocking
on the
Brank's
door, and there is no response.
Hey, Brank, I know you're, like, mad and stuff and valid, you got good reason and all that. Do you got any more of those, bomb things that we can get Donnie out of that chair with? I feel like you had a trump card and you're kind of holding back, and it's, kind of a dick move on your part.
So you hear Brank on the other side, he's, get away from the door.
I step away.
He opens the door and closes it. The door is now locked again. And he pushes past you and walks back towards the table where the book is at.
Okay, I'll just follow after him, but like a good distance.
All right.
Maybe like 10 feet.
So Brank gets up to the table and he has some sort of device and he begins trying to remove the machine.
I'm just like grinning at Donnie, like really wide, like awkward grin, like fingers crossed, like I hope you don't die. Like, I don't know what to do here.
Brank he successfully loosens the right hand wrist of the machine.
Okay. I pull my hand out.
Okay. You're still you can only move your from your elbow down.
Okay.
But he's working now on the rest of the machine.
Okay, cool. I'm pretty patient and chill with him.
Okay.
How many more years did get tacked on while I was unconscious?
You are not sure, but you're definitely older because your hands are wrinkled. You are, your hands look older for sure. You're in your 40s now.
Oh shit!
Oh boy.
He tankered with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because they said he was using me while I was unconscious.
Yeah, you were like 30 or something before.
I was 31 when he started.
Ooh.
And there was that list, remember, and he'd been going through that list, so.
Oh boy.
Do I see the list? Is the list on that table, or?
Yeah, the list is still on the table.
Can I see if like anything's crossed off? Like, do we see like how many people he got, or?
You don't know, but where the book is currently open to a page that corresponds with, like, the 5th thing down the list.
Okay. So he probably got down 5 names or so.
Is that a city in the book?
It is. And there's nothing wrong with the city. The city looks fine.
Okay, so I hadn't gotten to that one yet. All right.
Seems like it. Seems like they stopped him in between.
So, Brank, what are we gonna do now with, the silent hand kind of loudly broken?
Brank gets your right elbow free now. So your wrist and your elbow are both free on the right hand. And you're completely fine. He didn't fuck it up in any way.
All right,
Brank
cool.
is basically like, oh, now you want to help?
What?
I mean, did I see I could see what transpired, right?
You have done nothing but try to betray me after everything I did for you. You're supposed to be on our side.
But you were confusing us, to be perfectly honest, and what the fuck?
I was confusing you.
Yeah, I was secretly, I don't know. I think I fucked up by untying Clegane because we ended up tying him back up. I'll admit that one was on me. But it seemed like you guys were fucking betraying somebody and using Donnie, but it turns out it was actually him and you guys had already tied him up. Whoops.
Don't blame me for I'm getting him out of this blasted machine right now.
He could die, though. We don't want him to die.
Of course he could die. But I'm not going to fuck this up. And he actually gets the shoulder out now. And he gets the shoulder out quicker than he got the wrist or the elbow out. And it was completely fine. The machine is kind of hanging limp on that side. It's like this thing that he has is kind of like this weird screwdriver-y kind of thing with these multi-tipped heads and prongs that are like kind of working with this thing.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I was like, Brank, I trust you, pal.
Don't touch me.
I say, then fine, keep doing what you're doing, but you're gonna have to give my buddy his sword and ring back.
He's having trouble with the left arm and the left wrist, and there's like a shock kind of noise, and you feel yourself get another year older.
Ooh.
I tap Laryn on the shoulder. I'm like, hey, how about we stop pissing Brank off until Donnie's out of there?
Alright.
Are all the people, like, is it like half of them are still in the caves, half of them are out in the field?
Well, it depends on the person, because like a lot of the military folks are out in the fields.
The military, okay.
And like a lot of the citizens are still in the caves. You know, the scholars, they're still in the caves. Like a lot of the people, it's mainly people that are in gear that are just kind of like trying to take care of shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I guess I'm gonna look back at that book and see if I can gauge like any kind of common theme or like reasoning behind why Clegane picked those people.
So you turn back to the page of number 4, the 4th thing on the list, and you see what must have been a city. Because there are roads leading to it, there's all kinds of stuff. But where the city was is now a piece of what looks like slate from the floor, and it has completely wiped out the city. It is a city that you feel would have been big enough to support like maybe 10,000 people. And Clegane put a piece of rock on top of that city that from the floor inside these caves. He just took a piece of rock that was like maybe about as big as like a silver dollar or something like that. And he put it over the city, effectively murdering 10,000 people.
Huh. Yeah, sounds like genocide, alright.
Yeah, and that was just the 4th one on the list.
Now I kind of wish I put that sword back in his neck.
And you notice now, too, that there's a stack of flat rocks that are kind of, that were sitting next to the book on the other side so that he could use the machine to, like, make him pick up a stone and then put it in the book and then turn the pages, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I swiftly just swat them all off the table, and just knock them all off the table real quick. Can I figure out any reason behind, like, I don't really know this country or world that
Right,
much.
you don't know the country, but like what you would guess is that these cities are part of the main supply of the Empire. If it was a war, this is exactly what you would do, is you would cut off and destroy all of the cities that could possibly supply the Empire.
I mean, was the main capital of the Empire, like, where the Emperor's, like, palace or whatever it is, was
The
that
capital
hit at all?
city was not destroyed. So you flip through all the other items on the list, and it looks like if you had to take a guess of how many people were killed, I mean, you would guess something like maybe 1 million people have been killed so far.
Damn.
1 million in 4 places.
Yep. That first one that you went to was kind of a smaller town, and who knows what they produced or mined or whatever, but it was something that was supplying the Empire.
Produce puppies and happiness. It's gone now.
So genocide has already been committed. It wasn't that it wasn't going... like, it's already happened.
It already done. Yeah, it's already...
Small-scale genocide has already taken place.
Huh.
And that's what Brank and...
they were looking at. They're like, how many people died?
And figuring out right when you freed...
Yeah, I jumped to conclusions. Fuck, okay. Whoops.
Yeah.
That was my bad.
So, Aniston, you're outside. The thing is out of your foot. You're okay now, but you're realizing that you have to be careful walking around. But you've been able to find some stuff because some of these military folks have been gathering some gear and throwing it in piles and stripping the bodies. And then taking the bodies and putting them in a pile and getting ready to burn a lot of the dead that's left. So, you're able to scavenge... some nice chainmail for yourself. You got a full suit of armor and stuff. It doesn't fit the best, but it fits as good as you could hope that it was stuff that you could scavenge off of dead bodies. So, you're a rather large person as well. So, it took a while to kind of find all that stuff, but you're fully geared up now.
All right. I try to find out where they are, if they've moved at all. But I'm trying to be all clandestine.
If who is moved?
Brank. From that room.
Brank. Oh, so yeah, you come back through the gate and you see Brank working on removing that machine. And Brank does fuck up one more time. So you age another year. You'd estimate that you're 46 right now. But he removes the machine completely, and you are now free.
So I'm completely free now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Thanks, buddy.
Don't mention it. Now look, you are being used to commit large-scale genocide on our population.
I feel very tired.
You've aged quite a bit. He was going to use you up until you died. And I don't want that from you. You may have all pissed me off, but I'm not willing to murder any of you.
Even him? And I pointed at Aniston.
Yeah, give him his sword and ring back.
And I'm not giving his sword or his ring back.
I mean, those were his birthright, but okay.
As weird as this is going to be, I kind of agree with Brank on this one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understand. I get it.
It was a bad standoff. It was like a Mexican standoff that didn't
What's a
pan out.
Mexican?
It was a dwarven standoff that didn't pan out.
Oh, okay.
When you say I'm fully geared up, does that include a weapon?
God damn it.
Yeah,
He wants that shit back.
you have a long
All right.
sword. You have a long sword.
Alright, just checking. I'm not trying any shit right now.
Get right now.
Smart.
Alright, Brank. What's the next plan? Because clearly, yeah, it didn't go the way we thought it was going to be going.
You have a choice. We can cut the head off the snake right now. It's likely that the Capitol headquarters has no idea that what power we have. They're most likely scrambling or blaming the gods or something. And
Do we know where the king is?
I know you don't have much life left. But the capital city, if we are careful, we can destroy a very minimum amount of people, and mainly just those that have brought their war machines to make this world kneel. We can take them out, but it will cost you at least 20 years.
Oh boy.
But I'm not going to make you do it. I'm going to ask you if you want to.
See, that's what I like about Brank instead of Clagan.
Which is why you sided with Clagan instead of Brank.
I know, I was wrong.
You can't retcon 5 minutes ago, Doug.
I just look at everyone and I say, sure, I'm up for that.
Okay.
He lived a good life. Not a long one, but a good one.
So Brank opens the book to the capital city, and he has kind of like this thing that's right next to it that looks just like the picture on the map, but it has all these red points on it, and he has like a stack of sheets that match that. So basically, here's where he wants you to drag your finger.
And I just like motion Ku over, and I'm like, if I pass out, just make sure I like end this, like finish it for me.
Gotcha. I look down at the map, I go, oh, look, there's the church. Oh, there's a steeple. Oh, look at all these people.
Oh, no.
I fucking hate you.
Welcome to the podcast.
Donnie, like, laughs super, super hard.
Giving him a good send-off.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so basically, this will be quite a long process because it's very carefully done. It's going to be a very, slow time. I mean, it's probably going to take a good several hours of work to make sure that this is all done the right way.
Okay.
And so you go through it. Food is served for some people. You're feeling very, very tired. But Brank is like feeding you some stuff that's to kind of help boost your stamina and make you at least accomplish your goal a little easier. And after the whole thing is done, by the end of it, so you went nice and slow, so you didn't exhaust yourself immediately, and you didn't do as more than you needed to. Brank says, so it's done. You've taken the snake and cut off its head. The entire elite that runs this world has been brought to their knees. And we can tell them that we still wield that power if needed. And we can tell them that magic will return to this land.
We need to establish some kind of rules to say who controls the book, I feel like, but that can be someone more intelligent than myself.
What we need is an entire system of government. Because we've just removed the government from this entire world. Unless we want the warlords to take over, we're going to need another system. Another way to do things. Does anyone have any ideas?
Can we wake up Samael? I think he might contribute. I'm not sure.
And Clagan has been awake for a little while, but he's been gagged. Samael is awake.
Oh.
But he's hurt pretty bad.
Somebody heal this guy.
I got another potion. Now that I know he's conscious and it will actually work.
Okay.
So I'll give him my last 1d8 healing potion.
And it does a pretty good job on making him a bit more awake, and he's definitely back to back to a much more normal state.
God, I wasted all my potions on these guys. These nerds.
Basically, you guys are at the point where the enemy has been defeated.
All right.
Very quietly and doesn't hear. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, Donnie's like, I think I'm gonna retire.
Yeah,
That's probably
Donnie's
fair.
Like 20
You're old enough.
years older, so you're like 67 by now. And Brank is like, well, magic can return to the world again. But that's also going to take a lot of work to make sure that people and their prejudices are removed. Thank you.
I mean, the average lifespan of a half-elf is 128 to 180 years, so I'm actually not terribly
Middle-aged.
old,
No.
but
You're not.
I'm
you're not in that bad a shape. You're not that bad.
It still shaves a fraction of your life off for sure.
yeah, it took a lot of adventuring time out of my britches. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a fun
That's-
quest.
That's the thing. I feel like
Maybe we leave the book in Aniston's hand because we could give him his ring back and he'll be immortal and probably have good judgment.
You want me to give the book to that one?
Oh yeah, fuck.
Are you out of your mind?
I look at Bren like, do you mind if I watch over it?
I think you should, and I think it's only fitting that you do. The problem with power is when people get it, they tend to go a little crazy.
Yeah.
We've noticed, Brank.
I I think we'll be all right. I don't really have any delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, Donnie's a good candidate. Just keep it out of the hands of bad people.
Well, I mean, Donnie's the only one that can use it. Like, we've touched the map and stuff plenty of times. It's only with that ring thing he's got.
I'm sure at some point I'll be able to pass the ring on. But
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if we want to make sure no one uses it, we separate you from the book.
Or the ring from the book.
So you hear outside the giant birds that took you away from the capital previously have all landed outside with their saddles on and everything. And Brank is like, well, we can go back to the capital now and claim the seat of power.
let's all right. That's fine with me. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do that, or do you guys want to like just kind of chill, or I don't know.
I think it's been all leading up to taking the seat of power.
I don't give two shits about the seat of power, and I don't care about the book. But you bet your ass I'm coming from a ring.
I think that's a good stance. And your sword. I want you to get that back too.
I think we just made a new supervillain.
Yeah, I mean, like-
basically.
Can I diploma? I'm older now. Can I diplomacy?
Hey, listen here, freshman.
You want to do diplomacy again?
Yeah, to try to like just chill everyone the fuck out.
Well, Brank is fine because he knows he has the power.
I know. I'm mainly focusing on Aniston.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, I know you want your ring back and shit, but like now, maybe it's the time to stop with all the fighting and stuff. Maybe it's time for you to like settle down and actually like start an actual life.
I have no issue not fighting, but I'll not fight with my ring.
You'll not fight with your ring. What are you talking about?
Once I get my ring, I will have no problem going back to my home world and not fighting. But I need my ring.
I don't trust you.
I
You
don't
do?
care.
You tried to kill me.
You tried to kill me.
Yeah, you're being sassy, Brank. I think everybody, let's just apologize.
It's funny to hear a fantasy character say sassy. I think that was more of a misunderstanding. You two actually aren't that far off in terms of priority.
I don't know what Aniston's priority is.
I don't think Aniston really wants to be involved with all this shit.
He's just here to help us out, and that's why I think it's not fair that we took something from him. Or you did, Brink.
I don't know.
I was protecting myself and my people, and this insane, naked man threatened that. I will not be threatened.
Well, at this point, the threat is gone, as in the enemy is gone, and he's not gonna. I don't think he wants to bother you anymore. Honestly, I can't imagine him coming back here for any. He just wants his ring back. That was his. You have your birthrights, and he has his birthrights, and the ring was part of it for him.
Yes, and a ring that makes a madman immortal. I don't think that we're going to have a way to give that back.
Yeah, but I
It
also
belongs to him.
I also don't really trust Brank with Immortality Ring either. No offense, Brank.
Power corrupts, gentlemen.
Speaking of which, I just had a really evil idea, but we shouldn't do it. But what if Donnie put on the invincibility ring?
No.
And then could fucking drag his finger all over that book. But pretend I didn't say that.
Oh.
Donnie has no desire whatsoever to live forever.
But I mean, you can take it off whenever you want.
Yeah, but I also don't want to deal with. I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt or change the world that much. We've already messed too many things up.
Let's fuck up some more timelines.
It could be used for good. You could drop a bunch of nice castles all over places and hook up the world.
Yeah, or it could be used for unspeakable evil. I'd rather not be tempted at all. At least
true.
without the ring, I know that I'm doing direct damage to myself if I ever use the book. I'm not helping myself at all. If I had the ring, it would be a hell of a lot more tempting to use the book all the time.
I mean,
I think we should
got a
just
point.
destroy the book now that the snake's head's been cut off. Our journey should come to an end, and we should let the world come back to the way it naturally would be with magic.
I think it's gonna do that either if the book exists or not. I could also not pass the ring off. I could also just die.
But that's what I mean. It also, do we go take the seat at the head of the thing, or do we just say fuck it?
I don't know if the seat's for us, guys. I think it'd be weird for us to assume that the seat is meant for us. I would think it'd be meant for someone else.
It's meant for the Silent Hand, and we've played a pretty big role in that.
Yeah, not that I don't. I think that's true, but I also don't think we're deserving of.
No, I agree.
You got
A seat
the
of
feeling
power.
from Brank that he was kind of after your sacrifice, you specifically are being welcome to be part of that seat of power. And then he kind of is expecting you to do that. The only one that he's really, that he has any fear or any kind of distrust for is Aniston.
could I make a sleight of hand check real quick?
Sleight of hand check?
Yeah, or stealth, I
Stealth.
guess.
Sure, what would you want to do?
Or no, I guess this would actually be thievery. Let's see how this roll goes. 16, I'm gonna try and snag that ring from Brank.
He put it in the room.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
in
he
the
doesn't
room
have
locked
it
away.
on him.
Oh.
You did get a nice cop of those dwarf buns, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brink
Tickle
is
him.
just
Just-
what are you doing?
You squeeze his butt cheeks.
I was gonna try and steal the ring, fly off on the eagle, and become God, Dragonborn King, and just rule over the land as the sole Dragonborn.
And I'm the evil one.
I don't know. We're just sitting around here pissing about semantics. Let's go to the seat of power. Let's figure it out there.
Yeah, let's
get out of
just
this bloody
let's go to the
shithole
capital and we'll see what happens.
I invite Aniston on the back of my eagle, giant eagle.
I'm gonna fly with Brank because I want to talk about things with him.
All right. So you guys all get on the Eagles, and it's quite a long flight. But you arrive at the capital city where you guys were being held captive long ago, remember?
Yep.
And it looks pretty fucked up. There are tons of people that are basically just refugees, just like in really bad shape. All kinds of things are on fire. There's things that are completely, screwed up, and the city is just completely disrupted and screwed up. But there's kind of like, a town square.
Samael's with you too. And you guys land, and it looks like, what's left of the power structure of the city is kind of in disarray and kind of gathered in the town square. And Brank gives this big speech about how magic has returned to this world, and that things are going to be different from now on, and that they basically have the ultimate power over this land. If anybody goes against them, goes against this, then they will be wiped from the face of the earth, like those other cities were, like this city was, so on and so forth. And everybody basically kneels in fealty to Brank and Samael and you guys.
What's Clegane doing, by the way?
Clegan's he's back at the place. He's a prisoner now. They took him away before you left.
Good.
Okay.
Hey, Brent kind of went crazy God Emperor with this power real quick with, threatening to smite people off the face of the planet and all.
That's also his birthright, though, too, kind of. I mean, I guess I'm speaking out of character.
You know what? I'm sick of fucking birthrights. Fuck everyone, this isn't our planet.
He'd be damned if he'd take his birthright.
Yeah, in all reality, like, Ku would be furious with Brank no matter what, so.
I still want to kill him. Like, deep down, I still want to kill him.
You're going to have dreams about that axe being buried in his head, like, for the rest of your life.
That was, like, Ku's, like, first wet dream, seeing doing that.
So, as they're kneeling in fealty, Brank looks at you with the book, and he says, I hate to ask this of you, but for one last show of power, to let them know what they are dealing with.
I mean...
You touch the spot on the book where we all are and we all die. No, I'm kidding.
I kill all of us.
Oh my god. AJ, just step on it with your bare foot, so that way it's just a Monty Python ending. Now for something completely different.
And Brank basically, he hands you a piece of grain and asks you to lower that grain into the town square, into the empty side of the town square.
Okay.
Oh.
A piece of grain, just a single piece of grain?
Yep.
Okay, I do that.
And so you do that, and of course you feel a surge of power, and you're aged a few more years, and a gigantic piece of grain lands on an empty area of the town square, and everyone in the town is like flipping out. And people are completely, impressed and overblown by this whole thing.
Does a lot of grain appear, or is it just a gigantic grain?
It's one gigantic piece of grain.
But it could probably still be ground up and, like...
Yep.
Utilized.
It was something that wasn't, like, destructive. It was more of like a, hey, here's food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's a shit ton of food all of a sudden.
Yep.
It's just weird seeing grain that big up close.
It's like the size of, like, what, a school bus or something?
It's bigger than that. It's like a Zeppelin.
Holy fucking shit.
A big old grain. Guys, we can make so much beer.
I'm just like, well, this is actually a great idea. Everyone can be provided for.
Exactly. Magic is the way to go. We did the right thing.
And it only cost Donnie his life. Yay!
No, he's with us still.
I mean, but if he keeps doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna avoid doing it. I turned to Brank. I was like, I want you to hold on to this.
And Brank takes the book, but he's like, we'll talk about it or whatever.
Okay.
He's gonna drain you dry.
I don't think so. He doesn't seem like that. He's nutso, but he was definitely against, like, genocide, so
I mean, he won't use it to kill people, but he might use it to provide.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
So basically, weeks pass, months pass. You all kind of figure out your place within the power structure that it's being reestablished. The cities that were wiped out, it was a huge move that a lot of people died, and your leadership is kind of looked upon as being a little tyrannical at first because of that move. Clegane is executed in kind of a very low-key ceremony, and his body burned. And as things go on, like Aniston, you're not really given any kind of power in this structure, but you're kind of allowed to be around.
I protect him with my power.
So,
Since
yeah,
I pull some
Aniston is
weight.
still kind of your friend, and he's like hanging out and stuff.
For sure.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
but I'm still a little bit.
And you are all given pretty high-ranking positions within it, and the city is rebuilt, and things are running in a pretty efficient way. And the structure of the city, and the word gets out that people magic is accepted again, and there's a school of magic set up in every town to help bring under control all of these wild magicians that are born with that don't understand their own power. And lots of people are let out of prisons, and there's all kinds of different things that have changed now in society.
Hell yeah, I want to help out at one of the one that's in the capital. Like, I want to help out help teach people.
So yeah,
Dumbledore now.
you kind of join the School of Magic and work your way up in there. And months are passing, and you kind of are all now kind of find yourselves in a rhythm of leadership and bureaucracy, and you're within this society now. And one day, a magician, a guy that's working at one of these things, he arrives in the town and asks to meet with all four of you. Actually, he includes Aniston, and he's kind of a nut job, but he presents you with this concept wherein you would be returned to your rightful timeline and rightful world.
What's this guy's name?
Blayart.
Does that seem familiar?
No.
You have never met him before.
Okay.
But somehow he knows all about you guys. Some of it he claims that he heard from people. Some of it he claims that he's used these stones and these things to kind of figure it out on his own, because something was kind of weirdly unbalanced in this land.
I think we should take him up on his offer. I don't feel like I belong here. I never wanted to stay.
Donnie?
I'm gonna stay here.
Aniston? Because, I mean, technically this isn't your timeline. Or your
And neither
one.
what we go back to won't be either.
Yeah.
Unless, Blair, can you do him a solid and take him back to his timeline where he actually belongs?
So Blaird's like, I am not sure exactly how this magic works, but I know I know that I can simply return you to your universe, as it were, through this process that I have developed. I believe it will work on you and take you to where you belong. I am not sure from there. I can only hold your hand for so long.
Aniston, I think this is your chance to actually go home. And we're all gonna have to say goodbye to each other. Unless Ku is going back.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be real, I'll probably stay here. I ain't got shit back in the other timeline. At least here I got, position of power and can do stuff.
Yeah, maybe I might go find Parnas and get that fucking bag, the void bag back.
Laryn goes on a void bag quest just to find.
Most people go to find himself. Laryn's gonna look for all his shit. His
I'm gonna
trash
fuck
bag.
Parnas up.
I think that pretty much would be what I want to do. And also, I could tell people of our adventures, but no one will believe me.
Nah, you're crazy. I mean, crazier, even in this timeline.
But I know it's real. You guys are the best, and I'm glad I got to travel with you.
Ku just shakes his head slowly, just, no.
That's fair.
So Blayard is like, any of you that wish to go back, there needs to be preparation. I have a series of potions for you to drink throughout the evening, and then you will be able to travel back to your time, as it were, and I will need you to meet me underneath in the catacombs, where this certain type of crystal is very prevalent, and you will be able to use the energies that are exuded by this crystal to transport back to your own time. And it may be dangerous, it may hurt, but it will get you to where you want to go, I believe. Then Brank is listening to this whole thing too, and he's like, I understand if you want to go back to where you came from. And I'll be sleeping in town tonight to say goodbye to you in the morning as well.
What do you wish to do, Aniston? I think my mind is made up.
I'll be more than happy to return to my own timeline. I want to do it with my sword, and I want to do it with my ring.
I mean, hey, you know what? Boom. He goes back to his own timeline, gets what he wants. Brank, you don't have to worry about some immortal guy coming to hunt you down.
Absolutely not.
No, you have to
I
do
do
it,
not
Frank.
trust him. I do
Come
not.
on, Brank. I'm like, come on, Brank. I'm staying here with you.
Stop being so fucking
That's what I
difficult.
mean. We're gonna... Come on, Brank. We gotta do this.
He tried to kill me, and you want me to give a man that tried to kill me an immortal power?
He's not even gonna exist in this time frame.
Meet him down in the catacombs with the sword and ring, and that when he transports, he takes him with him, because then you don't have to worry about it.
How about we make this deal? He'll go back, but he'll go back holding the ring in his hand, not wearing it. And then once he's back, he can put it on and do whatever.
And Blayard's like, it would be more, it would work much better if he has everything that he arrived with. Same for all of you, gentlemen. If you want to go back, make sure that you have everything that you arrived with and not a stitch more.
Oh man, Laryn, you're gonna lose so much shit.
Damn, yeah. It's okay.
It will
I'll watch
ensure
over
the
it all.
success of the transfer. And Brank's like, fine, but I'm bringing 20 of my my largest guards with me.
I mean, alright.
Do what you need to do, but thank you for agreeing.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about him, I think.
So Brank is fine doing it, but he's definitely going to have some armed guards. He sends somebody to go get the ring and the sword. You don't know exactly who it is, but you know that it's being done and taken care of, and that they're flying to the back to the mines in there where all like of these incredibly powerful magic items are being kept in this vault back there. And everyone is kind of starting to head back to their own rooms and stuff. And, from Blayard, you have these 6 potions that you have to drink. And you drink the first one, and it's just disgusting. It is terrible. But Blayard warns you that you cannot like puke any of it up. You have to make sure you hold it all down, and you can't go to the bathroom until you've traveled either. So you're gonna have to hold it in. So he's making you drink these
Fun.
6 potions, and they're all like about. Each one is kind of like a 20-ounce pop size kind of potion.
Oh, Jesus. You guys are going to have to pee so bad.
Yeah, that sucks.
Aniston has to be naked, too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Aniston
does.
has to be naked. Yeah.
I'm just sitting there like slamming the table, just like chug, 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 chug.
So you guys drink all the potions. You feel kind of weird and out of it, but you're not sure exactly what's changed about you or anything. But you know that you're feeling kind of weird, like sometimes things are flickering out of existence and then back into existence.
You've become unstuck.
It is kind of like that. It's kind of a weird thing. And so it gets to nighttime, and, his advice was to just sleep through the night, because you'll need your strength for the next day. And you guys don't have much trouble sleeping, because you're pretty fucking worn out from these weird potions that you drank. So the next morning arrives, and then you guys know where to go. There's like a page that meets each of you to lead you down to the catacombs. And you take a long pathway down. Finally, you meet each other at some stairs that are in the castle. And then all of you head down to the catacombs. And you're even going to check them out, even though you're staying, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, no, I'm going to go see them off.
Yeah. So you head down into the catacombs. And
Ku, you're staying too, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Real quick, is Brank seeing us off as well?
Oh yeah, Brank's gonna be there, but he's not there yet. You haven't
He's
seen
coming
him.
with a miniature army.
Yeah.
Yep, we're
It's
good.
elite guards.
So Brank is down there waiting in the catacombs with his 20-person guard army. One of the guards in the back is holding a sack with what looks like sword in it, and presumably the ring. And you guys walk in, and there is a crystal that looks like has, over the course of the night, through magic and through regular means, there's been some sort of carving done on the crystal with all kinds of different runes and symbols and things. And in addition, that kind of looks like it's a gateway type of thing.
Whoa.
And Blayart walks up to it, and he presses his hand on the gateway, and his hand goes inside of it, and he comes back out, and his hand is fine. And he's like, well, here we are, and I wish I could tell you exactly where you would be arriving within your own world, but unfortunately this is where I stop, and I'm unable to travel through to the other side. So then, remove any of your items that you have acquired while you were here. The less, the better. Take only with you what you brought to ensure your safe arrival back to your original time. All right, then. And Blair motions to Brank, and he's like, I still don't trust him, and I don't want to give it to him. And Blair's like, you made the deal, and this will help ensure his safe travel. So I would recommend it, Brank.
We all do.
Brank,
Bring it forward.
you have nothing to fear at this moment in time.
Brank looks at you, and he looks at you with this disgust.
Well,
And
he's
you
an
know-
elf, too, on
I know,
top of it.
makes so much sense.
Brank, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to go back to my world with my ring and with my sword. But if our paths cross again, I will remove the ring. And one of us will not leave that battle alive. but today is not that day.
Oh, that's nice.
So Brank motions to his guard kind of reluctantly. He's like, fuck this guy, as written all over his face. And he's just
Well,
like,
I mean, it was like more of a gentleman's agreement. Like, I wouldn't fight you while I'm invincible. Like,
yeah.
That's nice.
I like that.
Yeah, but he doesn't trust. He does not trust
Yeah.
Aniston at all. And so the guard brings the bag forward, and the guard bows his head towards you, Aniston, and he holds the bag out towards you. The bag is all tied up with twine really tightly, and you see your sword is right there, poking out of the bag. The hilt is, and you can hear your ring bumping around inside of it. And he hands you the bag and takes a step back with the rest of his guards. And Brank puts his hand on his axe just as a security measure.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah.
Wait, I go over to Aniston and I'm like,
It's been real. Thanks for everything.
and we like embrace him. I also want to go up to Brank and be like,
We had our ups and downs.
but I try to fist. Oh wait, no, I want to. What's it called? Friend 5 or what do we call that? Friend clap. I want a friend clap with
There it
Brank
is.
before
Yeah.
it's over.
All right. You friend.
Oh man, remember when Frank was happy and like
That's what I mean.
Shut
That's
the
why we had
fuck
our ups and downs. And then to Ku, I'm like,
It was ups and then immediate downs. Like,
And then
after
never-
that. For like
just
the
constant
never
down.
up again.
it's like the stock market down, just poof.
I say to Ku, I'm like,
Have fun being the only dragonborn in this world. That should be pretty cool. And having a high position. Good luck.
and to Donnie, I'm like,
You old son of a bitch. Good luck.
I mean, he is old.
I really appreciated everything. And I'm really sorry about your finger in that other ring.
It's okay.
Oh yeah.
You guys are the best. I'm going to write about it in the other world. No one's going to believe me, but it might sell as #1 best-selling nonfiction.
All right. So the gate is
Or
kind of
fiction.
the gate is like right there. You guys are standing in front of it. Brank and the guards are standing there. Samael's there too, and he's saying goodbye to you guys. And now is the time, and Blayart's like, well, you may walk through the gate, and after you pass through, and it shall close forever.
Goodbye, you guys.
Until we meet again.
God, I hope
Jesus.
not.
So you guys walk through the gate.
Wow, 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 wow.
All right, you walk through the gate, and you are in the field above the place where you last were, where that destroyed city was, where there's like a bunch of
Come on.
kind of, ruins in the ground, the flipped upside down city. Aniston, you're in the field, completely naked, holding that bag. You guys are just kind of looking around, and you are indeed back in your own time, and it wasn't painful in any way. There was no damage. There's nothing, except you both promptly throw up.
Quick, Laryn, kill him before he gets the ring back
So
on.
they walk through the gate, and the gate just crumbles into dust. And Blayart's like, it's done. And I believe
Seems about right.
I believe they are through the gate and successful.
I mean, they might not be. We don't know. We'll never know.
I believe they are. I believe they are. I believe that they have made it. They are fine. It all worked as intended.
I didn't realize Aniston would come back to my time with me. So are we together, or is he back in his
you
time?
guys are
Okay.
together in your time. Aniston is
Oh
not
wow,
in his time.
interesting. Okay, well, we weren't sure.
Aniston, you open the bag. It's not your ring in there.
I knew it! I knew it! I didn't want to say it, but I knew it. I knew that.
Is it his sword, though?
It is his sword.
Oh well, that's good. But the ring, oh, that does suck.
Well, Laryn,
He's gonna kill you.
it's gonna be a hell of a good time getting it back.
I'm with you. Let's try to find a magician that can get us back to that world.
Oh god, it's just like Turner and Hooch. But like the
Which
worst
one's
Turner-
Hooch?
Laryn.
We just clasped hands and we're like, we're gonna find a way to get our shit back.
Where's Babu?
Oh yeah. Or Starsky and Hush, I guess, would be better.
Whoa, I just had a crazy thought. What if we journey together to find the void bag, and if we step inside the void bag, we end up in your backyard?
You come back to that timeline?
Who knows?
So is there like a fucking like Ocean's 11 like or like a Titanic moment where Brank just is like laughing to himself and he just like flips the ring and throws it into the ocean?
He doesn't care anymore. Yeah.
He's like, well, that guy's gone. Bye.
No, Brank does not let you know that he kept the ring. He's not letting anybody else in on that. And in fact, the ring was a very, very realistic likeness of the original ring. And it looks like Brank worked his ass off. The only reason you know it's not real Aniston is you put it on and nothing happens. Nothing. It doesn't work. And then you can tell it definitely is not your ring.
Never trust a dwarf.
Like I said, it's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun getting it back.
And then we start the spin-off podcast, almost better than Dragons.
Yeah, there we go.
Definitely not better than dragons.
Doors open. But that was a fun season, guys.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, guys.
Hey everyone, Doug here, or as you know me, Laryn Gitis. Thanks for listening to the conclusion to Season 2 of Almost Better Than Dragons. It's hard to imagine that we started this campaign in 2015 and had to switch DMs to keep the show alive and wound up ending the show in 2019. A sincere thank you to anyone who has listened, even if it was just for one episode, one story arc, or if you've been with us the whole journey. Your support means the world to us. We hope you've enjoyed our goofy-ass campaign. I'd like to thank everyone involved in this season, including past guests. First and foremost, Matt Basta, our original DM, for creating the show and starting us off on the right foot. Second, to Mike McGettigan, who was able to jump in mid-campaign, no problem, can continue our character's adventure. Third, to AJ, Bren, and myself for all the goofs. Also, Kier Harris, who played Xander, Amanda and Corey Stower, who played the shopkeepers of Tinks and Drinks, Jeremy Dubbs, who played Fernando, and of course, Kenny Rotter, who played Aniston. Cover art is done by Ian McAfee, theme music was composed and assembled by Josh Stitt, distribution is powered by the fine podcasting software over at pinecast.com. You can leave a tip, you can leave feedback, just click a link in the episode description. And from everyone here at the Almost Better Than Dragons team, thank you for listening. See you guys.